And you may have heard about this already. I've heard about this. Deeply disturbing. For second time this year, Facebook suspends left-leaning TeleSUR English without explanation. But I thought if you weren't spreading lies and misinformation and calls to violence like Alex Jones, you had nothing to worry about. I thought all the people that are okay with Facebook's corporate personhood when it affects somebody they don't like, all the people on the left defending Silicon Valley's right to thumb their nose at free speech principles because it involves Alex Jones, somebody they don't like, somebody I don't like, somebody who, again, could have lost in a free speech court battle. He might have lost. But again, let the court decide, not Mark Zuckerberg and his friends. If the court would have ruled Alex Jones violated the First Amendment, Alex Jones violated free speech laws, this is libel, this is incite to violence, all of the factors that aren't protected by First Amendment, that'd be different. Those would be two different things. But let a court of law decide. Let a constitutional lawyer decide, not Mark Zuckerberg and his friends. Because guess what else they decide? They decide to suspend TeleSUR English without explanation. For the second time this year, Facebook has suspended TeleSUR English's page, claiming the left-leaning Latin American news network violated their terms of service. Vague terms of service that they don't have to answer to anyone. Facebook did not provide an explanation. Your page has been removed for violating our terms of use. Pages that are hateful, threatening, or obscene are not allowed. We also take down pages that attack an individual or group, or that are set up by an unauthorized individual. See how vague that is? Attack an individual or group. So a critique of an oppressive government could be seen as attacking an individual or group. You see how it can be interpreted that way? Meanwhile, the principles of free speech are much more specific. You have to truly incite violence, and somebody applying contemporary community standards would conclude that that's what you're doing. It has to not be satirical. It has to not be parody at all. You see what I mean? You see how vague this is compared to our actual free speech principles? It's so vague in comparison. Attack an individual or group. Hateful, threatening, or obscene. So vague in comparison to our actual free speech principles. That's why it doesn't just happen to someone like an Alex Jones. It happens to TeleSUR English. It happens to Palestinian peace groups. And yet there's still people who celebrate this. Who celebrates Facebook's ability to do this, even though they're pretty much a public utility at this point as far as their reach goes. They're not a public utility in business mode. They're a private company, and that needs to change. That needs to change because they are the online public town square. They should have to abide by First Amendment principles. And people celebrate their private corporatehood, people on the left, because it hurt Alex Jones. People are that tribal. They're ignoring that. It hurt all these other people too. It's hurting TeleSUR English too. It's hurting Abby Martin too. It's hurting peace activists too. How tribal can you get that you can't see the bigger picture? Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that article. And yes, as of now, TeleSUR English is down. I believe Abby Martin's been affected as well. No explanation given as of the recording of this.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your news on